In this video, we're gonna be making some money off these rideshare electric scooters.
Now, if you're not sure what these are, there's basically these apps that you can download on your phone which allow you to rent electric scooters that have been dispersed on the sidewalk of a lot of major cities. You run up to a scooter, scan it with an app, it charges you $1, and then it's around 10 to 15 cents per mile after that. Now, being that these things are electric and don't have solar panels on the back of them, somebody's gonna charge them, and this opens up a window of opportunity for individuals looking for a side hustle to step in and secure a quick bag. Now, whether you're curious as to exactly how much these guys charging scooters make, which is a number I was definitely shocked by, or maybe you actually want to know how you can start doing this for yourself, in this video we're going to go through the whole process and live a day in the life of an electric scooter charger hustler.
Yo, what's good guys? It's your boy Diaz back with yet another video, and honestly I'm glad you're here because in this video we got another installment of the whole side hustle series that I have going on here on this YouTube channel. In previous episodes we went over working on Fiverr, flipping Instagram pages, print on demand, flipping stuff on Craigslist. But in this episode, we got a very special installment, which is why I'm here posted up in a downtown Los Angeles studio apartment rather than my regular stew. And the whole reason I'm here is that a couple weeks ago, I saw Reyes the entrepreneur upload a video where he was talking about making money by charging electric scooters. I thought it was great, I wanted to try it out, so I came here down to the city, and that's what we're gonna do in this video. Now it's currently 3:05 p.m, however charging scooters is a hustle that takes place strictly during the night. I didn't even think about it, but it makes a lot of sense given that people actually have to ride these scooters during the day. So in about 6 hours, once it gets dark, I'm gonna meet up with a guy named Edgar who charges these scooters. That's his whole side hustle, and he agreed to take me on a ride along and explain to all of us how this whole business works. And hopefully he's gonna be comfortable enough to share how much he actually makes with this whole business. That way I can use that number as clickbait for this video. I mean, come on, what do you expect? It's LA.
That's showbiz, baby.
But for real though, I got like 6 hours to kill, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and crack open the balcony here. That way I can get some of this Los Angeles cloud infused air in while I take a nap and rest up for the night. I just gained like 50 subscribers right there because I feel like it's gonna be a long night. We're gonna be up the whole time, lugging these scooters around. This is a really high effort video, so make sure you guys please smash those like and subscribe buttons. I mean, come on, did you see the force stair I hit on one of those scooters? There was a road right after the stair set that I rode into. I mean, I almost got hit by a car. I'm out here risking my life for this video. The least you could do is go ahead and smash those like and subscribe buttons. Also, peep the vlog camera setup over here. I mean, come on now. Casey Neistat, who, for real though, I gotta take this snap. I'll see you guys after.
After the nap, I took advantage of the coffee maker in this overpriced Airbnb and headed out to meet up with Edgar at about 8:30 p.m.
All right, so I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Edgar. Now, before I get into the stranger's van, I'm gonna go ahead and ask him some questions about, you know, the whole business and whatnot. So I want to start off by asking, like, how does somebody start? How did you start with this everything?
So you download the app on your phone, and then it gets an option there. It says, do you want to become a charger or charge for us, something like that? You tap it, and they already have your name and whatnot. So you put your address, your social, and that's about it.
And by the way guys, I'm awkwardly holding my phone in like all of these shots because I was actually using it as a backup microphone in case my main one didn't work. But at this point of the interview, I think I asked Edgar something about if there's any competition or something like that.
So there's kind of like some kind of respect to the boundaries as to who picks up where. So it works out for me. But yeah, there's a lot.
Oh really? So you got like your zone?
Well,
like,
something like that.
Like gang type of activities?
Not in that sense, but in the sense that like, so you already know which area you kind of work. So it makes no sense for you to go into another area that you don't really know, because then chances are you're not gonna make as much money.
All right, and so now I feel like that people want to know, we all want to know, like, how long have you been doing it and how much money were you able to make as a total gross revenue, not profits, just
all right,
the gross.
So in total, doing both lime and birds, I've done it, and wheels, because I did it for a while, about almost 5 months. My last numbers that I checked up until 2 days ago was probably about $20,000. So hey, it's not bad.
Hey.
And here's the kicker. In my case, I have a job as in a startup company, and I make a lot more here than I do on my job. And
That's awesome.
and I do it for a lot less time. But the thing is, you have to see it as a business. If you don't have that business mentality, you can't see that far along. But yeah, you can definitely make well over 100K doing this.
That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna use that as clickbait for the video. That's the clickbait right there.
Yeah, by all means.
Hey, it's the truth, so it's not even clickbait.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true, yeah.
So that's kind of like the gross revenue, but what about like the electricity costs and the gas and whatnot? Like,
oh yeah, I get those questions all the time.
I feel like that's what everyone's thinking.
So I'll tell you this. A scooter, if it has 0% battery, which never happens, but from 0 to 100, which takes about 4 to 5 hours, will cost me about 6 cents. And that will pay me to charge it
6
entirely.
cents.
6 cents.
Wow.
For one scooter, that will pay me about, let's say, an average of $5. So I mean,
that's not even an issue.
Now the next thing they're gonna say is, well, what about the gas? But I spend about $100 a week in gas, and on a week I will make about, let's say, $2,000, $1,500. And then the next big thing, you know, if they can't get you with that, they'll be like, what about your taxes? You don't get to keep on that, right?
I was gonna ask. That's it.
Well, the thing is this: if you're willing to run it as a business and you get a tax accountant that's worth it, and I mean a tax preparer and an accountant that's worth it, at the end of the year, you don't really pay much in taxes. I mean, I was talking to my people, and probably I'm gonna pay 5%. And the reason is because you can take out a lot of expenses. Even though, sure, you know, I get really big margins. Yeah, but I have to buy my chargers. I also have to buy food. I have to buy gas, my time, phone bill, everything. You can add it because it's a business. And most people don't know that. Most people think, well, you know, that's what you make. You pay 30%. Sucks for you.
You're doing it right.
And it's all legal, all right?
Hey, it's all legal, IRS.
Okay, so after this little interview, we headed out to the city to pick up some scooters. At this point, the inner vlogger in me started coming out, and I tried getting some sick transition shots along the way, which unfortunately caused my mic to fly off the camera, but the show had to go on, and we eventually made it downtown. It was now around 10 p.m., which is when the Lime brand scooters started popping up on the map and were then available for pickup. The whole process for picking them up is actually super simple. I watched Edgar do it a couple times and ended up just absolutely flawlessly executing the pickup on my first 2 tries.
Oh, I messed up, bro. I already messed up.
To press X. Oh! No, you're broken. I was like, I don't mind.
Dude, my fault.
You see how there's a cup right there?
Yeah.
But it's really a lot easier than I make it look. You basically just choose which of the scooters you want to pick up on the map. Once you roll up to it, you hit a little bell icon on the map. The scooter makes a little noise. You scan it with the app and then just load it up in the van. We ended up picking up around 25 scooters within an hour, which actually was not even that many compared to how many Edgar usually picks up during the first hour on a regular night. But either way, after the hour was up, we headed back to unload the scooters so that Edgar could then go and pick up a different brand of scooters called Bird, which are available later in the night. So I basically only stuck around for the pre-game here with the Lime scooters. Okay, so we just finished picking up all the Limes. They're currently charging. They're going to take a few hours to charge. So while they're doing that, I'm going to head back to my Airbnb, sneak in a quick nap. That way I'm all ready and charged up to disperse these throughout the city. My camera's moving in a few hours. I'll see you guys then. I'm beat, I'm tired, but let's go get this bread. So at about 5:30 a.m. I made it back to Edgar's place. The scooters were now charged. We loaded them up in the van and drove out to disperse them. To my surprise, this was actually the easiest part of the whole process and only took a total of about 15 minutes once we made it downtown. The process is simple. You look on the map to see where you can drop off a couple of scooters, roll up, get them on the sidewalk without knocking down a row of scooters, scan them, take a picture for the app, and you're set. On our way back, Edgar actually showed me an app that combined all of the earnings from all the different scooter brands he picks up. Now this video was filmed on August 10th and he was already at almost $2,500 for the month, so you multiply that by 3 and he's on track to make up to $8,000 this month from scooter charging alone. And now that I'm back home, posted up in the stew, I want to give some final thoughts on what I think of the side hustle after personally trying it out. And honestly, the answer to that is that I think it's great. If you're looking for some extra cash and you live near or in a city that has these scooters, this is a golden opportunity. And if you're looking into doing things like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates, that type of stuff, I feel like this is a much better option. And I think because 1, you can make way more money with this, and 2, it's not as time intensive as the other options. I mean, with the scooters, you pick them up, you set them up to charge, you go to sleep, you wake up, and then you just disperse them real quick. Now you do have to interrupt your sleeping schedule for this. this and do everything during the night, which can be a turnoff for a lot of people, and I mean for good reason. And you also have to be ready for the fact that this does involve physical labor. I mean, taking these 50-pound scooters in and out of the car the whole night, it's pretty physically demanding, so that's something you got to be ready for. And I mean, the requirements you need for charging scooters are basically the same requirements you need for getting a regular minimum wage job, which is going to pay you $10 an hour. It can also be physically intensive. You don't get to choose your own hours. You might get stuck with coworkers or a boss you don't get along with. Whereas with the scooters, same requirements, except you can make up to $100,000 a year with it. You choose your own schedule, and I mean, you work for yourself. And you might say, but I don't have a van or a pickup truck, but that's not even a really good excuse, since Edgar actually had his van in the shop while I was there, but he just rented out a U-Haul van for 3 days for around $100, and given the fact that he can make around $300 a night with that van, that $100 rental fee is not really a big deal. So that's something you can do if you're just starting out and don't have something you can drive the scooters around with. But let's say you have a stable job that pays you like $60,000 a year. Does that mean you should quit that job and start charging scooters? I don't know about that, just because there's a lot of things that can potentially be a threat for this whole scooter charging business. I mean, there could be new laws passed that forbid these scooter companies from just throwing scooters out on the streets. The scooter companies can start paying less. I mean, there's a lot of different things that can happen. So all I know is that it's a really good business opportunity right now. Anyways, huge shout out to Edgar for letting me come along on this ride along. He actually has his own YouTube channel called Earning with Edgar. I'm gonna link it down below. On that channel, he goes more into depth about how people can get into this scooter charging business. I think he's actually gonna be releasing some more videos on different side hustle. Great guy, super smart. Go check him out, dish out a quick sub, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe consider smashing those like and subscribe buttons. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.